morning, viewing audience. This is Evangelist LaWanda Ingram of God Said It That Settles It. Welcome, welcome once again. As you know, last time that you saw me on the TV, I was talking about generational wealth. Me and my co-host, Mr. Juan, and he's not here this morning, but guess what? We're still going to be talking about generational wealth. We talked about bringing a gentleman on. He was here before, Mr. Daryl Garrett Sr. I want to welcome him. And we're going to be talking about generational wealth again because he's one of the gentlemen here in Detroit that has built generational wealth from scratch. And this is what we want people to know. It's possible, it's attainable, and you can succeed in doing so. Welcome, Mr. Daryl. How are you? Welcome.
I'm fine. Thank you, Sister LaWanda. I just want to say that I appreciate that you thought about me again to bring me back on the show.
Yes.
And I am very eager to get started about this generational wealth topic that we're going to be talking about today.
Yeah, because I know that you from scratch. See,
Yes.
some people like Donald Trump, you know, he didn't he's the privileged generational wealth inheritor from his family and his grandfather and father. But we're talking about with a gentleman who built generational wealth from scratch.
Yes.
And see, it's harder to do, but it's attainable, and that's why I wanted you on the show today. So we're gonna talk about all the your businesses, what you have up and coming, and everything.
Yes.
And before we do that, I want to make some announcements. As you all know, I still got my book out there. There is always a way out.
Great book.
Great
enjoyed
book.
it.
You enjoyed it. Thank you. So many people saying they liking it, they loving it. National coverage. It's in all of your local stores. It's also on Amazon, and it's also I'm working on universities. They're thinking about adapting this in their curriculum.
Okay.
So won't God do it? Yes, He will.
Great information in this book, ladies and gentlemen.
And
Trust me.
it's generational, building
Yes.
generational wealth. And I also want to talk about up and coming December the 3rd at the Bel Air Theater on 8 Mile, East 8 Mile. You don't want to miss it.
East
Fake
Side.
Friends. East Side. You don't want to miss it. It's Fake Friends. And what this is a congratulations type of premiere. It's not a premiere. That's what Mr. Charles Murray said. But it is congratulations and celebrating that Sony picked it up. Sony picked up Fake Friends. You don't want to miss it. And it's got all the additional footage in it. I'm one of the characters in it, and you just don't want to miss it. I want to shout out to Mr. Charles Murray of Murray Productions and Mr. Mike Matthews and Mrs. V Matthews, Mama V of Pop Productions. They are putting Detroit back on the map. You don't want to miss Fake Friends. Tickets are $20, and it's a great movie. Sony picked it up. It's going to be on all national social medias, all national coverage. You know, I'm talking about you want to see it on Tubi, Hulu, Peacock.
I'll be there.
Oh, yeah, you'll be there. He actually got 2 tickets. Hey! So support. And I want to introduce him to Mr. Mike Matthews and Mr. Charles Murray, because he got a story as well, and I think that you all connect pretty well. So I do want
And
to.
I appreciate that.
No,
Thank
not
you.
a problem.
Thank you.
We build a generational wealth.
Yes, we are.
We build a generational wealth for our African American men and women and boys and girls up and coming, because we want everyone to know there's enough money out here for everyone. So, Mr. Durham,
Yes.
let's talk about your generational wealth. And we already know generational wealth comes from financial stability. You're building financial stability for your generations after you,
Yes.
whether it's being some type of assets form of real estate, investments, 401ks, annuities, also real housing, and also building with books.
Yes.
And you were going to talk about your book and just different assets that you can build from. So let's talk about some of your generational wealth that you built from scratch.
From scratch. Okay, sister. First, I'd like to say thank you again once for having me.
Oh, no
And
problem.
I want you all to know out in the viewing audience that this is attainable. This is absolutely attainable. You just have to be given the right information. It has to be instilled in you. And let me say this first, that it doesn't have to come from, and it shouldn't come from outside of your people.
So you're talking about like outside of your family,
It's
outside of
she hit it on the head.
your
It's
family, okay.
generational wealth starts in the household.
Oh, okay.
It starts in the household.
Uh-huh.
Once you learn to understand, mom and dad have been here for a while.
Uh-huh.
They know some things that you don't know.
Right.
So you just have to learn to listen, young people.
Right.
We understand that we're in a different type of society now, but generational wealth is obtainable.
Yes, it is.
Understand this. There's a generational curse right now that's amongst our people.
Now, you know, I like that you said that because some people think generational wealth don't come with a curse.
Oh,
Remember
my
you
God.
told me that? You
Yes,
said, but
yes,
there's
yes.
also curses that come with it. Talk a little bit
If-
about that, Mr. Garrett.
If you don't have your ducks in order,
Uh-huh.
your I's dotted and your T's crossed,
Uh-huh.
there's a pitfall.
Okay.
And a lot of people seem to give up when adversity comes.
Okay.
So I want you to know that nothing is easy in this world, but if you spend your time and you work and you keep God first, everything is obtainable. We have an awesome God that we serve.
Yes.
This
we
is
do.
his. I am his son. He's my father, my daddy. And I am allowed to have everything handed down to me from my father,
Uh-huh.
just as she is from her father.
Yes.
And we can just bring our family, our communities, our neighborhoods, our city and our state together as one.
And you know what I like what you just said when you talked about you should be able to get anything and inherit anything from your father, which is God.
That's right.
Now a lot of people have that took me in right quick to understanding this and just making this statement. It's a mindset as
It
well.
is.
You have to have a certain mindset. You have to think a certain way, right?
The sister's on point.
When you're trying to get to this generational wealth, you can't say you can't obtain it. Basically, what I was hearing from you, Mr. Garrett, is that you have to already expect
Yes.
to get and attain generational wealth from God, who you say is your father, because you can inherit what you can get from your parents.
That is absolutely correct. So what we're going to do, we're going to now get into a few of the things. I'm going to tell you just a little bit about me and my situation because she said from scratch.
Yeah, from scratch you did.
By all means, I am nowhere near perfect. I made my mistakes in life just like everyone else. There was a dark area in my life where before I got to the stage that I'm at now, and what's funny is this. You don't know what God has in store for you until you get on the road.
Say that.
Our Creator God, He knows the ending of you before the beginning even happened.
Come on now, you
So
preach it up here.
what I didn't understand at first what God was doing in my life. Not a bad person. I got a good heart. I treat people as I want to be treated. And I was placed in a situation where I didn't want to be. I was incarcerated for a few years. And now when I talk to people about it, and I'm not ashamed about it.
Oh no.
Matter of fact,
God gets the glory.
what mankind meant for evil, God had a whole nother plan for me and my life. He turned it around and made it for good. And here I am today.
Praise
I
God.
didn't understand that the journey that God was taking me on would lead me to become the man that I am now.
Oh, wow.
And I just thank him. I thank him. I couldn't see it. Now I stand up proudly and say, God made the way. I am his son.
He's a way maker. I
Yes,
tell
he
you.
is. Yes,
and,
he
and
is.
And he paved the way for you, and look
Yes.
at you now.
Thank
Now
you.
let's talk about some of your things. I'm proud of you,
Thank
girl.
you.
I just
Thank
want
you.
to say I'm proud.
And I
of
love
you
you for that, sister.
and I
That
love
means
you too.
everything.
Because you know, a lot of people, they say this statement, give people their flowers or celebrate them while they live, but some people don't. But I want you to know that I'm proud of you because I saw you from scratch.
Yes.
And I see
Yes.
where you are now, and
Yes.
I know to God be the glory on it. And I'm
Hallelujah.
really
Thank
proud of you. And if we could just get our people to be proud of one another, help each other, like you said earlier, and create it in our communities and each other. I should be glad and proud and happy
Yes.
that you have came through
Yes.
on that road.
Yes.
And guess what? Although you was on that road, you made the right turn, and the turn you made got you where you are today.
How you like me now?
How you like me now?
Generational wealth is obtainable, as we said earlier. Again, you have to be given the correct information.
Yes.
Coming very soon to her show, we're going to introduce some strong brothers who are now entrepreneurs. Some of them I made on my journey, and they actually followed the course of me. And I use, and this is a joke that I use, and most people laugh at it. You remember, and I'm old enough to know the original Wizard of Oz.
Oh yes.
You remember the little munchkins, and they had this
them little men.
right,
Yeah.
and they were talking to Dorothy and the Cowardly Lion and the Scarecrow, and they told them like this: follow the yellow brick road.
Right. Yep.
You remember that?
I
Follow
remember
the yellow
that.
brick road.
I remember that.
Well, God has placed it in my life financially where I am the yellow brick road.
Come on now.
And the gentlemen that we're going to have on the show very soon, each one of them got the information, the knowledge. They followed the yellow brick road. I was able to clone myself financially into them.
Oh,
And
wow.
boy, they're doing
great.
spectacular.
I'm excited to meet them
They're doing
because
spectacular.
they're also from scratch.
That's correct.
They from
That's
scratch.
correct.
They some from scratch generational wealth builders.
That's correct.
Okay,
They
and,
have
and
the-
I'm excited.
They
when we
have
can
their
get them
own
on, bring 'em
businesses. We're not going to mention their names
Oh,
right
no.
now, but they have their own businesses. Each and every one of them are doing good. We are about to we're about to get together and form a massive corporation
on.
where
Like
we're
a
going to
collaboration
exactly
together. Okay.
to show that it's bad when you turn on your news and everything is negative, especially
Negative.
about
Death and
our
killing,
people,
yeah.
especially about our people, black men in particular.
Our neighborhoods are deteriorating.
That's correct. But what we're going to show and prove is the black man is strong. The black man
Powerful.
is smart.
And powerful.
The black man is powerful. He is a leader. And we're going to show you how to build generational wealth together.
I want to be a part of that. Y'all don't leave me.
You got it. I
Okay.
will.
Don't
Listen,
y'all leave
right
me
quick
out of
before
that.
we get started, I want to say this. Generational wealth. This goes hand in hand in what we're talking about. Last week I was over my grandson's house, Dariante. You
Okay.
know him.
I know Dariante.
And Dariante is 24 years old, I think, somewhere around there. And we're talking business, and Dariante said, "Granddad, guess what?" I said, "Go ahead, shoot, man." He said, "Now I had my great grandson on my lap, who was 8 months old.
Okay.
My grandson
Congratulations.
Thank you. My grandson went to his office and came back, and he showed me, and it brought tears to my eyes because it lets me know that this system of generational wealth works.
And he listening.
He's paying attention.
Yeah.
That's what this is all about. My 20-something-year-old grandson sat next to me with his son on my lap, and he said, "Look at this, Granddad." And guess what it was?
What was
It was a credit report of my great-grandson. Y'all didn't hear me.
I hear you. That's generational wealth.
That's-
A great grandson, 8 months old.
That's correct.
A credit
My
report.
grandson was building his son credit at 8 months old. That's
my
wonderful.
goodness. That is
He's
great.
going, and as long as he keep instilling powerful, correct knowledge into my great grandson, that's a part of generational wealth.
And I'm glad you brought that to an attention and brought it to light, because some people think you got to inherit it, the generational wealth,
You teach
when
it.
someone dies and they not here no more. But you can build generational wealth with people still alive when as soon as they get here,
That's
start
correct.
building their credit. And I like that. And it was down through generations.
That's correct.
Look at that.
And oh man, I felt
That
I was
young man,
your
your grandson
overwhelmed.
need to be on your team,
I
because he
was
looks like he gonna be somebody.
He is. I was overwhelmed. You have no idea. It got me a little bit emotional, and I couldn't believe. First of all, he's paying attention. My grandson's paying attention, and that was very
That
important
is
to me.
awesome,
It
Daryl.
is. It is.
And let's talk about this before we
Okay.
break to a commercial
Okay.
break, and then we'll come back and talk
Yes.
more. Talk about your book,
Okay.
your manual. And
I
everything.
have a God has blessed me
Yeah, put it up
to
so
be
everyone
able
can see
to
it. I'll hold
to
it.
be able to come up with information that is going to change people's lives.
Okay.
I'm only speaking financially. I don't care who you are, physically, emotionally, spiritually.
right.
I'm going to help you to change your life and your family's life
And mindset.
and mindset financially. God blessed me to create a book called You Have Been Tricked, What the Rich Don't Tell. Well, I'm going to tell it all.
I love it.
I'm going to tell it all. I'm going to show you, I'm going to give you the roadmap on how to be financially independent. It works, ladies and gentlemen. My brothers and my sisters, it works.
Oh, yeah.
All you have to do is follow the instructions that we're laying out to you. I'm going to show you how to start and form a corporation. I'm going to show you how to not only form a corporation, but reap the benefits of having a corporation.
And getting your credit together, getting your good credit scores
I don't
up.
care how bad you are right now with your credit situation. We first help you to breathe. We help you to come from under a mountain of debts
Right.
that you may be in. The one thing that separates us from different credit restoration companies is this. They help you to correct your credit, but they don't teach you how to maintain, enhance your credit.
Oh, that's
help
good.
you from making the same mistakes that you made in order to get in the situation that you're in now. That's what separates us. We give you the roadmap to move forward and never look back, never fall back into the same traps that you fell in prior.
And what's the name of your manual?
You have been tricked. What the rich don't tell. Look for it. First part of next year.
January.
It's going to be on Amazon. It's going to be in bookstores. It's going to be ebook. You can even get it audio book. We're going to introduce this powerful book to you. God blessed me 2 weeks ago, and I have a meeting this Friday at 12 o'clock at lunch with some big ballers that are belong to Michigan Works. I know you all have heard of Michigan Works, and I'm going to turn it back over to Sister Wanda in a second, but this needs to be said. God blessed me in 2011 with Michigan Works to take the information that I had to them and give them to their clients. The state of Michigan jumped right on it. Once they interviewed me and saw what it was that I was doing, it was working. I have letters that are in here to confirm how their clients' lives have changed by using this system.
Oh, wow.
Unfortunately, and we had no idea that the pandemic was going to happen, so we had to shut down for a second. But I just got a call, and this Friday coming up, I have a very important meeting. They want to start back up, so that's great. We're going to do it via Zoom. So not only it's going to be a little different, which is better. We had to go from Michigan Works to Michigan Works, and we were doing a lot of driving around the state.
Okay.
Now we're going to do it Zoom, so we'll be able to reach more people. And what I want you to understand is, even though the pandemic, COVID-19, was devastating to not only the city of Detroit, the state of Michigan, but to the entire world, a lot of positive things came out. Because of this,
a lot of people were able to reach more people because everybody went to social media.
Exactly. Not only that, a lot of people were able to come from under a job that they were tied to for 10, 20, 30 years and become entrepreneurs.
I love it.
That's what this is all about.
Yes.
We understand that entrepreneurship is not for everyone, but for those who have the will, the desire, the determination, and if you're persistent, I'm finna give you the ingredients.
Persistent, loyal, and dedicated.
Yes.
So we're going to cut right now to a commercial so we can come back and you can talk a little bit more about what your program will do for the Michigan Works and what it has done. And we're going to make sure that everybody know about your book. But don't touch that dial. We're going to show a quick trailer to Fake Friends. You don't want to miss it. Shout out to Murray Productions and Pop Productions. And just don't touch that dial. We'll be right back after this quick commercial.
I'll be there. You be there. Be square.
December 3rd, you do not want to miss it. I'm telling you. Come out. 7 o'clock is the meet and greet. You get to meet everyone. It's the cast and different people, the producers and the directors and everything. And I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed in this Fake Friends. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back.
Chillin'. I remember when I lost my mind.
Chillin'.
There was something so pleasant about
What's
that
going on?
place.
Where am I?
Look, Al is not who you need right now.
In so much space.
I'm sure he isn't thinking about you.
When you're out there,
I'm just saying somebody ought to take her down a peg.
And how's that gonna happen?
Breaking up her marriage.
Tell him I had an amazing time with him today.
Wait, what did you just say?
Okay, thanks, baby.
Where's mine?
Hey, Leslie.
That made me crazy. That made me crazy.
Sorry, Hank. I can fix this. I promise I can fix everything.
Listen, Hank, I know your heart, and I know that it's not in those streets.
Ain't nobody to blame but yourself, Rico.
You want to get out the game and flip the script? You're going to have to truly know who the Lord is.
I think you crazy. Tonight's your lucky night.
I know all about your son.
It's just that everybody in this church knows about your daughter.
Good morning, Detroit. It's your man Roland, and we're rolling into a beautiful day.
107.5 FM, WGPR, HD2.
Hey, hello, welcome back. I hope you all liked that trailer. And one good thing about this movie, no cussing, no profanity.
That's great.
This is an awesome movie where you can have a dope dealer, the pastor, and a mother and a father, a whole family watching the movie, and they can kind of understand what this movie is about, and there's no profanity. You know how a lot of black movies...
Oh, you just can't find that today.
You can't find a black movie without someone cussing someone out or using profanity. But Mr. Mike Matthews, Mama V, and Mr. Charles Murray, no profanity.
Shout out.
And shout out to it. Woo, woo. Finally, a good movie with no profanity. And don't forget about there's always a way out. Get your copies. Amazon, ebooks. You can also contact me. My information will be on the screen at the end of the show during the credits. And you can get a copy of this. There's always a way out. Way out standing for worship and anointing yourself out. Do not forget, January 2023, you have been tricked.
What the rich don't
What
tell.
the rich
don't tell.
So if you want to be a part of the rich community, get this book and know what you've been tricked about and what you can learn about getting your credit together, generating that generational wealth.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
let's talk a little bit more. We got about 5 to 6 minutes. Let's talk a little bit more about the Michigan Works, Mr. Garrett.
Yes, by all means. Like I say, Michigan Works and I have come together again, and we're going to allow individuals of the state to participate in this program. If you are unemployed, get with a Michigan Works worker, and she or he will guide you on how to be a part of this program. We teach you family values. We teach you credit restoration. We teach you how to start and run a business, as I said. This program works. The syllabus shows everything from A to Z. Michigan Works, understand this. It doesn't cost you, the client, not 1 cent.
Oh, that's a plus.
Yes, the state pays for every dime. It would allow you to become the person that you never thought you could be. One thing I want you to know, you must be 18 years or older to participate.
Yes.
You have to be. That's very important. You have to have proper identification and a Social Security card in order to. These are requirements that the state of Michigan has put into place so they'll know who they're dealing with. Okay? So we're going to offer this class. It is a class that is going to change your life. Trust me. We're trying to implement it. I have a state representative. I won't say his name right now, but he's talking and he's shoulders and shoulders with our wonderful governor. Don't forget to vote Tuesday.
That's right. Vote Tuesday. Vote, please.
Yes. Very important election this year.
Yes.
And we're trying to implement this into each and every high school in the state of Michigan.
That would be so awesome.
Here's the thing, and this is going to be right quick, sister.
Go right ahead.
They do not teach us the tangible things or information we're going to need to be successful financially in this country. Yes, they teach us social studies. Yes, they teach us English and some math. But you have to understand that this is a capitalistic country we live in.
Yeah.
And if you don't have the right information, you're going to fail. Credit, they do a census. Credit, they know how many people is going to graduate from each school each year across the whole state. And what happens is they'll send, you ever come home, you might remember this, Luanda. You were 17 or 18 years old. You came home from school one day. You looked in the mailbox, and there was a letter that said LaWanda on it. You opened it up, and there was a credit card there.
Yeah,
you remember that?
Credit card.
You remember that? And it said $500 limit. Okay. What they did was they gave you a loaded pistol, which was the $500 credit. Didn't teach you how to correctly handle it. Exactly. What do you think LaWanda and millions of LaWandas did? And they got a $500 Visa card in their hand that says, you don't need no money, just go to Macy's or go wherever and get what you want. What do you think they did?
We maxed that joker out and didn't want to pay once when the bill came in.
And from that point on,
messed your credit up.
This is how they had you in the credit world. I'm going to teach you the information that you need to know and have, not to get caught in the trap. I'm going to teach you, if you choose, if you take this very seriously, I'm going to teach you how to have your own business. I'm going to teach you how each and every year you can have a brand new luxury car. I don't care if it's a Kia up to a Rolls Royce.
Okay.
Free.
I want to be a part of
Absolutely free. I'm going to teach you how to start a business, a bank business. So you won't have to go to Chase. So you don't have to go to... Your family can start their own bank.
Okay, well,
generational wealth.
Generational wealth. I love it. And you know, I got to bring you back even when every time we bring one of your guys, because you got so much information and people need to know this. And I don't know why, Daryl, the Lord just put in my heart to keep talking about generational wealth. Because like I said,
it's important.
Our communities are deteriorating, and we're deteriorating based on how the government wants us to think, or allows us to think like there's no money out there, and there's money everywhere. And we got to wrap up, but I'm going to bring you back if you're ready to come back next time we come on set. I want to bring you right back.
By all means. Anytime you'll have me.
Okay, you'll see him again next taping, because I want him back, because it's just so much information. And you can also contact this show or contact me to get his information. Do you mind if I give your information?
Absolutely.
For your stuff? So we thank you. Thank you for viewing. I hope today's show really helped you and changed your mindset.
That's what it's about.
About
a fresh
generating generational wealth, how to manage it, how to keep it, how to attain it, sustain it, and be successful in it.
Yes.
Thank you. God bless you. From God Said It, that settles it.